All right, so normally I'd be busy tonight, but as that I'm not, I think tonight's a good time to do a video on my jerseys that are entertainment guy jerseys, which are the ones I get from Geeky jerseys. I'm also wearing this Dead's hat, a band that I like very much. I got this. This is autographed, of course. I got it when I was at one of their concerts. And this is my Rammstein shirt. Rammstein, I cannot say enough about how much I really like the band Rammstein. So I want to do a video where I go over my Geeky jerseys. I'm not counting them down or going through my favorites and least favorites, but I'll go through what they are. And again, they're all from Geeky jerseys. They're all from, it's just geekyjerseys.com. It's the easiest site to find. And they've given me a discount here and there because I buy a lot of jerseys from them. And I still have other ones coming. But if I wait until I don't have one that's been pre-ordered, I will never get this video done. So let's get it going. Starting off with the Mandalorian, Mando. And on the back of this one, I got DeJaren put on it because I'm a giant nerd. And speaking of which, for the Tusken Raiders one that I ordered, for the back, I went with, and I know you'd have to be a giant Star Wars nerd to know this, but the name of the Tusken Raider that attacks Luke in New Hope is Aurora. And so that's the name, including the apostrophes, that I've requested they put on the back of the jersey. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it and keep it on the back of the jersey. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I think it'll be funny if I get one and it actually says Aurora. Of course, it says this is the way on one shoulder, and it has that really cool logo on the other shoulder. And, of course, your Mandalorian right in the middle. So, very nice. I love the color scheme. This was one that when I saw it, I thought, man, I wouldn't mind a hockey team having this jersey. That'd be great. And Pickled Rick's. So Pickled Rick's, of course, is a Rick and Morty jersey. And it says Pickled Rick's right here on the shoulder. Same on the other shoulder. And on the back, Sanchez 13. So Rick Sanchez and, 13. So, again, this was a pre-order. So where I can, I get 13 put on the backs of certain jerseys because that's my favorite number. But hey, one of my favorite numbers. But, yeah, this is, I like the two-tone green, and I really, this is also a great episode of Rick and Morty, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, so that has to be part of my collection. So, this is one of the Star Wars jerseys I have as well, and of course, you've got the Empire logo on one shoulder, and on the other, Black Squadron, says Lord Vader. This is one of those ones that when they had the pre-order, I was like, I don't need that, I've got Star Wars jerseys, and then I looked at it, I'm like, but I don't have that Star Wars jersey. So this is just, again, it's really pretty, and it shows you that when the NHL does Star Wars night, it'd be kind of great if they had Star Wars jerseys to go with Star Wars night, and you could put an NHL style logo as whether you're going to go with First Order, or you're going to go with Empire, you're going to go with Rebellion, the Alliance, whatever you want to call it. And again, you could have a lot of fun with that. And, of course, on the back, Lord Vader, because I was like, well, it has to say Lord Vader. Not just Vader, Lord Vader. That way, when I'm wearing it, I can ask my wife to call me Lord Vader, to which she says no. There you go, Lord Vader 77. So, the staplers. This is, of course, Office Space. This is Lumberg. This is the red stapler. And on the shoulders of this one, nothing there. But on the arm, it says Initech. So Initech on both arms, and on the back, Wadhams. Because Milton, that was his last name, was Wadhams. And I always double check before, because you're doing a pre-order, you want to make sure you're getting the right name on the back. Because I think the name on the one on the store, the retail one, I think was Lumberg. I was like, I don't want Lumberg on the back of mine. Or Gibbons or any of them, because Milton, Wadhams. And it has to be a 00. Because if it's going to be Milton, it has to be a 00. Which is on the sleeve as well, and that's one of the reasons I love this one. So in this video, you're also getting to see what's on the back, because sometimes you don't get to see what's on the backs of these jerseys when I'm doing videos wearing them. Futurama, anybody? So again, this is, honestly, all the designs for their jerseys are really cool. I don't have a complaint about any of them. I always wear a medium. You can see the Planet Express logo here, Dr. Zoidberg, and 99, because, sure, the show is set, where Fry, it's turning the year 2000, and he falls into the machine and comes out years later, and, well, millennia later. But anyways, Planet Express, Dr. Zoidberg, because it had to be Zoidberg. Again, when I'm going through which person I want on the back, whoop, 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 as the thing I think of with this show the most. And when he inks people, it's just the greatest. So Zoidberg it is. So this was an automatic buy. This was the Springfield Isotopes. Springfield here. You'll see 89. That was the year the show debuted. I was still in school. Max Power. So, again, which name are you going to use? Well, it has to be Max Power because at my old job years and years ago, that was my friend and I, we would sing Max Power. That was our song. And once a day, one of us or the other would sing Max Power. He has the name, you mustn't touch. You want to touch, you mustn't touch, and you got to do the karate chops. And then his name sounds good in your ear. When you hear it, you mustn't fear. His name can be said by anyone. And then, of course, that's where Mr. Burns walks in. Max Power is the name that had to be on this jersey because it had to be. Just had to be. There are some jerseys that may be more attractive than others. This is not one of them. This one, and in all honesty, again, Elm Street Nightmares. I'm a huge Freddy Krueger guy, so it would make sense that I'd have 84 on here. That's the year it came out. And, of course, it has to say Krueger on the back. You can't have I couldn't put, like, Thompson for Nancy Thompson because people are like, Freddy's name isn't Thompson. I'd be like, well, it's the Nancy Thompson jersey. I'd be like, it can't be Nancy because she's not anywhere on the jersey. I'd like to see a Nancy Thompson jersey, by the way. 1, 2, Freddy's Coming for You, Elm Street Nightmares. So, yeah, there you go. It's not, again, it's supposed to be ugly because it's supposed to be designed after a sweater. So it's fine, and I'm glad that I have it. Okay, it is Supernatural time. Yvonne's been watching Supernatural from the beginning. She's still in season 1, so I'm letting her get all caught up with it. Once she reaches the point where I only was watching here and there, I'll watch it with her. But this one, Winchester 05. This actually, I didn't get this one as a pre-order. I got this one on retail, but it's still fine. I would have definitely had Winchester on the back. I might have had Dean, but just Dean. I don't know what number I would have put. So yeah, great show. You can see it says Supernatural right here, and it is a very nice jersey. And of course, Demon Hunters. This one I kind of had to have because Supernatural was the show I had to watch every single week. Sort of like Doctor Who. Doctor Who I had to watch every single week. Right on the side here, St. John Ambulance, police box, very nice, very sharp. And on the back it says The Doctor, which I could have had anything put on here. And the nice thing is it's sublimated. It's not even a patch. But I thought, well, The Doctor. And then I went with 12 because that is my Doctor. Everybody watches Doctor Who has their own favorite Doctor. And for me, it was Peter Capaldi. Loved Peter Capaldi. The only other option I might have thought of would have been 9. All right, because 9 was fantastic. Maybe the War Doctor. I could have done War Doctor, but then what would I have done for the number? And, of course, you've got the light here for the top of the TARDIS. Pretty sharp jersey. Pretty sharp jersey, and I'm glad I got it. This is another one that I got on retail, meaning I didn't have the choice over the number or the name. This is your Central City Speedsters. This is a Flash jersey. And on the back, Allen and the number 56. So, Barry Allen jersey for when I talk about how the Flash is actually the villain on the show The Flash. He's actually the villain. Whether it's through true villainy or just not being very smart when it comes to foiling the villains or trying to stop people. Anytime Barry says to a character on the show, don't worry, I'll protect you, they're done. They're finished. It's over. There's no such thing as Barry can protect you. It's not a thing. If he says that, run. I know he's fast, but run as fast as you can the other way. Stay away from Barry Allen. Because if he says, I'll protect you, it's over. It's just done. Well, if you can't get enough of the Empire, you came to the right guy. These are the Imperial Guards jerseys. Again, this was once I saw it, I was like, wow, two-tone red. I have to have it. It just says Red Guard on the back in 83, which was the year the Return of the Jedi came out. You've got an Empire logo here. You've got a cool Imperial Guards logo here with Imperial writing underneath. That is one heck of a sharp design. And again, keep in mind, this channel doesn't generate anywhere near the amount of revenue that the hockey guy does. So a lot of these jerseys, it's like, well, the entertainment guy probably operates at a loss. I've basically the hockey guy is really and truly funding the entertainment guy. That's why, like, I play it that there's two different people, because yeah, if TEG and THG were truly two different people, THG would not be happy that money was going out on jerseys without the money coming back to justify it, as is the case on the Hockey Channel. But here we are. This may prove to be a very wise purchase for me this year. So I got this last Christmas. This is the North Pole St. Nick's. Love the design around the bottom. Love this as well here and here. North Pole Nick's, ho ho ho. And on the back, Santa Claus, well, S Claus 25. This was a retail buy, meaning I didn't have a choice in the name or the number, but what would I have named it or numbered it? I just, yeah, there's not much else. I will say, though, I do hope at some point they have a Krampus jersey, because it feels like for the year 2020, Krampus might be a little bit more noteworthy than Santa Claus, or at least the two of them may very well be fighting with each other on who has the rights to distribute presents, because with Krampus, they're kind of sort of presents. We did a review for that movie on this channel, the wife and I, and that was honestly an enjoyable holiday movie for me. But yeah, I do like this. This was one that when I saw it, I showed it to Yvonne. She said, "Yeah, you need to get that. That needs to be something in your collection, because it's useful in so many ways, and it very well could be in 2020." This is one I was torn on before I ordered it. This is one of those ones I waited till the last minute to order it, and I got Myers and 78 put on this one. 78 being when Halloween 2 came out. Slashers. 78, wasn't it? Was it 78 the original came out? It may have been 78 the original came out. And then on this side, it has Haddonfield Slashers with 31. I'm not a huge fan of the colors, but I get it because it's to match Michael's outfit, and the orange is needed for Halloween. So I get it. I do kind of wish the blue was a little bit darker, but again, I get it. And I do enjoy a good Halloween movie. There are some bad ones, right? There are some bad ones. Halloween 6 comes to mind. But hey, the good ones make this worth wearing every now and then. I bring you the one with the spelling error on it. So this is the Meeseeks. There's no spelling error in the way Meeseeks is written. And of course, this is from Rick and Morty. I love the Meeseeks episode. Is like the greatest thing in the history of the world. I can watch the Meeseeks episode a million times, and it's fantastic. But on here, it says, I'm Mr. Meeseeks, look at me, which is fine. But then it says, existences is pain, instead of existence is pain. So, once you've realized it says existences is pain, makes it harder to wear it. And on the back, Meeseeks, and again, 13. You can see the Meeseeks box here. It's very well put together, and the colors match the colors of the box for the Meeseeks and the hair of the Meeseeks and all that. But yeah, the existences is pain, but you can't unsee that. Now, this one's part of a collector's series. This is number 52 out of 200. They have a couple on there that are collector's series as well. Doesn't necessarily mean they sell that well, though. So let me just restring this one through. That's going to drive me crazy if I don't restring it. So I'll just string that through. This, of course, is a Bumblebee jersey from Transformers 84. They came out with this when the movie came out. It was a good idea to have those come out together. And I do like it. They have a Soundwave jersey, which I kind of like, but not enough to pay the $109 American for it. So it gets a little pricey in Canadian. But I do like this one. And then there's the fact, too, of how often am I going to wear a Transformers jersey? How often do I wear this one? That topic occurs to me as well. So while, yes, Soundwave was my favorite until Shockwave came in. And then Shockwave was my favorite, something to do with waves. But, yeah, Bumblebee, good movie, good little jersey. And I believe I wore this to the movie when we went to see it, too. Did we go to see... I think we saw it in the... I'm getting old. I can't really remember. And here is my Chimichangas jersey, which features Deadpool. And it's got the Deadpool logo on the shoulder. On both shoulders there. And on the back, Wilson and 91. And you didn't have an option with this either. This was a retail that I got. You can see the Geeky Jerseys logo is prominent on this one. And yeah, so of course Wilson being the last name of Deadpool's real name and all that. I have to say, it is one that I don't wear a lot because again with the Geeky jerseys, if this channel ever reached a point where I could say, you know what, it's viable for me to do a video or two every day on here and maybe drop the amount of videos on the hockey channel, which some days might help my sanity a little bit, you would definitely see more of this jersey and more discussions of Deadpool, who might be my favorite comic book character. And I haven't really thought about that. I could do a top 10 of my favorite comic book characters, because top 10s, everybody always agrees and says that is a very well thought out top 10. I could not agree with you more. It's fantastic how everybody always agrees online. When this one came back into production, I had to have it. So this one they had before, and then they brought it back. So Camp Crystal Lake Killers, Camp Crystal Lake on both shoulders, Jason Voorhees mask, and on the back it says Voorhees and 13, because that's what a jersey has to say if it's a Friday the 13th jersey. It just has to, right? You could put Friday and 13. That's acceptable as well. But would you put any number other than 13 on this? I don't think that would work. But yeah, so big fan of this one. I'm glad that I got it because of the evil villains in slasher movies, Voorhees is my favorite. I think he's misunderstood. I've often said that I thought you could make a really good movie with Jason Voorhees, and they haven't done it. I think you could do a really, really good movie with Jason Voorhees, and you could do a really good comedy too about him when he gets old and he ends up in a home, and he's accidentally offing people in the home, and he's like, "Oh, not again! This always happens to me." Gesturing with his machete will get him into trouble, and I would love to make that movie someday, but I don't think it ever happens. Anyways, Jason, and last but not least, the thing de resistance. Scream. So on here it's Woodsbury Ghost Faces. Same on this sleeve. The number 96, and on the back it says Prescott, because Sidney Prescott. Which brings me back to the Freddy Krueger one. Sidney Prescott didn't wear... So it doesn't say Ghostface, it says Prescott. Shouldn't it say Ghostface? It should say Ghostface, right? This was a retail one as well, so I didn't have a say into what was on the back of it. It should say Ghostface. But I guess it says Ghost Faces on the shoulders, so you don't want it to be Ghostface's Ghostface. Right? And then I guess you could put the name of the killers in the first movie on the back. But then that would be a spoiler, right? Just the fact I said killers multiple is kind of a spoiler. So there you go. That's the end of the Geeky jerseys I'm able to find right now. And again, I have a couple that are on pre-order, and they're both... They're both Star Wars. I actually have an Emperor Palpatine one as well, which I've worn in videos. I'm trying to think of where that is right now. Pretty sure it's not in here. I located it, and while I was locating that, I found this. So this is my... I'll put this one down here. Stay. Nope. I said stay. Nope. All right. Then you go here. Got that? All right. See if it's got that or not. So, Exterminators. This, of course, again, is Doctor Who. Supreme Race of the Daleks. Skaro Exterminators. And I put Rusty on the back. Because, again, 12th Doctor, Rusty is the Dalek that's not behaving correctly and actually doesn't want to kill everybody. So, what's wrong with Rusty? Nothing. He's fantastic, and it was one of my favorite episodes of Doctor Who ever. Which is why I need to do another series on my favorite Doctor Who episodes of all time. I think I should do a top 20. You guys can let me know in the comment section below if top 20 is enough, or you want the whole series, or what do you want? But if you're looking for this season, sorry, I didn't watch most of this season. I got to the part where they bungled the master and went, and then just gave up. All right, and I knew my Palpatine was there. It was in the rack. I just went through it in the wrong order. So this, of course, Emperor symbol on the shoulders. I love the purple. The fact that it says Senators means that technically I could wear this on the Hockey Channel for an Ottawa video and really, really confuse people. And on the back, Darth Sidious, 66 because of Order 66. And again, this is one of those ones that when I saw it, I was like, well, I already have Star Wars. But then I thought about it and I went, but this has an Emperor, or like an Empire logo right in the middle. That's really, really cool. And so I kind of had to have it. And now we get into the ones I'm jokingly referring to as my Seattle Kraken jerseys. These, of course, are Cthulhu jerseys. This is the white version with green and purple. On the shoulder of this one, Miskatonic University, Arkham, Massachusetts, right here on the shoulder. And then on the back, Cthulhu 28. This one here So again, the logos are completely different. The color schemes are completely different. It still says Miskatonic University on the shoulders, Miskatonic University, Arkham, Massachusetts, and on the back, Cthulhu 73. Put my birth year on there because I thought, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Destroyer of Worlds. I'll throw my birth year in there. This one again was retail, so I didn't have a choice of number, or this one would have been 73 as well. So yeah, those are my two that I'm casually referring to as my Seattle jerseys, because Cthulhu kind of looks like a Kraken, kind of, sort of, not really, but with 2020 and the whole world being destroyed thing, Cthulhu seems like a very timely jersey anyways. So I have worn them on the Hockey Channel a few times, and they do seem to come in handy at certain points in time. But there you go. That is my entire jersey collection from Geeky Jerseys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Again, it's just geekyjerseys.com. And when the new ones arrive, which will be whenever. I know during pandemic it's slowed down, that their usual turnaround time's been slowed down a little bit. But I've never had a problem with a jersey from them. I've never had a problem with the quality. The quality is really good. And the logos are fun. They're unique. And you always get a look. I know when I was at Disneyland and I was wearing the Star Wars jerseys, that if I was wearing an Empire jersey and, I was walking by stormtroopers, they'd be like that. And they might be like, hey, get a picture with this guy. Whereas if I was wearing Empire and I was around somebody who was Rebel, they'd be like, oh, what are you doing? I'd be like, yeah, I'm undercover. Don't worry, I'm undercover. So, that kind of thing. Because they have to stay in character. And I like that about Disneyland, and I really wish we could go back. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. I will talk to you again soon.